Good evening and thanks for watching. I'm Katie Moore.
And I'm Cherise Gibson. Tonight we're getting a look at just how much the pandemic set children back while they were away from the classroom. Across the nation, there were declines.
There were, and Louisiana has consistently ranked at the bottom when it comes to reading and math scores. But some changes by the state are now showing some progress, and Meg Ferris is following this for us. She breaks down the numbers tonight. Meg.
Well, Katie and Cherise, the report card on Louisiana students is mixed. It shows the toll virtual learning took on our children, and it shows some progress on what is being done to fix that. When you look at what happened to students across the country in the last 3 years, there are minus signs across report cards. 4th and 8th graders lost proficiency in both reading and math.
Being in daily face-to-face instruction really mattered. In the first year coming out of the pandemic, we saw the disparities between students who were fully remote and those who were in daily face-to-face instruction.
But the Louisiana Department of Education is touting an area of progress. Louisiana 4th graders were among only a handful of states to show growth in reading skills. In fact, it was at the top of the growth chart.
I don't believe our state has had a sound strategy around teaching kids how to read for some time. And so what we have done over the last couple of years, we spent a lot of time working on implementing phonics back in our schools.
In a state-by-state ranking, Louisiana children no longer had the distinction of being dead last. Students moved up a few places compared to others, but still, education leaders are assessing why and what will change low math scores. In recent stories we've done on our wounded city, some connect crime to lack of learning skills, like at this forum.
We know that where children are in or around the 3rd grade is an indicator for their future. Around 60% of the 3rd graders in Louisiana can't read. That indicates what their future will be.
And advocates who work with children in schools tell stories of how some handle the stress of not keeping up.
She was so outgoing, so talented and gifted, but she couldn't read. So every time it was test time, she'd get into a fight. And so a number of kids was the same way.
Our outcomes across the state of Louisiana for a long time haven't been what we want them to be. However, I think that this is a signal that our recovery strategy is working. Are we back to pre-pandemic levels across the board? No. Are we making progress towards that? Yes.
Now, truancy was a big problem during the pandemic, so the state launched the first Attendance and Recovery Task Force, and that's to make sure students are in school every single day. And every school has had to develop now a comeback plan, and it's based around attendance, well-being, academic recovery, and acceleration. We have a link to all of that on our website.